34 recommendations contained in a review into hate crime by Judge Desmond Marrinan has been proposed in Northern Ireland, with one specific regulation stating that hate crime should be expanded to include gender and age-motivated offences. Judge Marrinan said current legislation is ineffective. It lets victims down and it probably explains why 80% of victims don't go to the police, which isn't quite true. The reasons many people don't go to the police is either because they're not snowflakes and scramble for their safe space whenever someone says something they don't agree with. They're not vindictive little attention seekers looking for sympathy because they lost an argument. Or they simply know that it's a waste of police time dealing with someone with an alternative opinion or who uses a vocabulary different from their own. Justice Minister Naomi Long said addressing hate crime was a priority, which it is, if it's genuine hate crime. Burning a cross on a black family's front porch, for example, would be an example of a hate crime. But saying to someone, don't be gay because they're making a fuss over stubbing their toe, is not, but is treated as one. Judge Marrinan said hate crime will no longer be a bolt-on. It will be dealt with appropriately from police through to sentencing courts. Under current legislation, a sentence can be increased where it is proven a person was motivated by hostility against a protected characteristic. And I would like to know what the threshold for a crime to be proven as a hate crime is in Northern Ireland, as here in England it simply requires the belief of the alleged victim and requires zero proof whatsoever. I propose adding sex, gender and age, said Judge Marrinan. You know, why don't you just add shoe size too? I know people who take the piss out of people because of their shoe size, saying it's directly related to the size of your knob. That's something you can't change, therefore is an offence motivated by hate. It's fucking impossible to get a size 15 shoe these days. He said the internet had led to dreadful trolling of women, particularly those in politics and other positions of power. And what's your point, Judge Marrinan? Those in politics and positions of power put themselves in that position and must expect a level of opinionated internet users sharing their opinions. I'm a man. I get abused in my comments daily. Where's my protection here in England? Oh wait, I'm a straight white man. I don't deserve any, do I? He said they are attacked ruthlessly and aggressively and sometimes tragically. There is a wealth of information that women are frequently assaulted and they sometimes can be assaulted or attacked for other reasons. But very often it's an assault on them because they are women. Well, sorry, but I call bullshit. I would bet it's actually less because they're women and more because they do or say something stupid and are in the public eye. Just because someone might say you're a stupid bitch being a female dog, does not mean it's motivated by hate towards them for being a woman. In fact, there's many things that could be said to a woman and could also be said to a man and be an insult. But insults don't make things a damn hate crime. If anything, they make them a thought crime because someone thinks they're a bitch and then tell them, which would be protected under our freedom of speech and expression, or at least should be. Judge Marrinan also recommended Northern Ireland should add transgender to its legal definition, but urged it to be broadened further to include all crimes with a gender-based motive. Okay, that's it. If somebody from now on calls me a dickhead, because men have dicks and I'm a man, I'm calling it out as a hate crime because it's targeting a characteristic that men have. How fucking ridiculous. In a review commissioned by the Stormont executive, he said there was sufficient evidence of hostility-based offences against the elderly to include age as a protected characteristic. Well, just like here in England, somebody best put the government under arrest because they're the biggest fucking criminals against the elderly. Judge Marrinan recommended that statutory aggravations should be added to the existing offences in Northern Ireland, similar to a model adopted in Scotland. Dear God. Northern Irelanders, you do not want that to happen. Have you seen what Hamza Yousaf is trying to do in Scotland? It won't be long before you have a 1984 Big Brother style person assistant on your wall questioning you every time you come home. Where have you been? What's in your pockets? It's bedtime. Lights out.
Doesn't miss a thing.
I'll have to report you.
Nonsense, Selina, nonsense. Winston has nothing to hide. Have you, Winston? Ready then? Yes, I'm ready.
6748 Smith W. Regulation 6040. Outer party members will always wear identification badges when going in public places.
Or a demolition man style system that finds you when it hears you say something deemed a little naughty.
Look, I don't need a history lesson. Come on, Hal.
Where the goddamn guns?
You are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality statute.
What? Fuck you!
Your repeated violation of the verbal morality statute has caused me to notify the San Angeles Police Department.
Those convicted of aggravated charges would face stiffer penalties, he said. It would be a real change in terms of attitude because it would mean the police, for example, would have to take the hate element into account when investigating the crime, he said. The Justice Minister welcomed the review, saying its completion was an important first step in addressing the issue. The recommendations in his final report are complex and wide-ranging, and people may hold contrasting views on some of them, said Mrs. Long. That is why I want to take some time to give them careful consideration. Hate crime in any form is unacceptable, and addressing it is one of my priorities. Do you know something? Crime in any form is unacceptable, you cretinous moron. Whether offline or online, targeting a person because of who they are or what they believe in, be it race, religion, political belief, sexuality, gender identity or disability, is wrong. Don't forget shoe size. Oh, yeah, and whether they've been vaccinated or not. What a bunch of cunts. Big thank you to channel supporters, especially these guys. Your support is truly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.